Welcome to the cab. I'll give you a little rundown of what we're doing today. We have a planting time after tillage study that we're doing today. So we worked this field yesterday afternoon, let it sit for approximately 6 to 8 hours. Came in and planted a couple strips last night, and now waited a full day, and now we're going to plant the other 2 strips right now. Just give you a quick rundown of what we got in the cab here. I got 2 controllers, one for 2x2x2 and one for in-furrow. And then above that we have our clean sweep. Next is our 2020 seed sense. This has all the information for setting up planting populations, what hybrid we're using, and to map out, which then maps up to the iPad on field view. And then if we go up front here, we have our planting sheet. This runs through everything we do in the office. So it's got all the GPS numbers, row numbers, the seed that we're using, and then the treatments that we're applying to, and then some other information that we fill in on the day of. Yeah, so we have it set up here in GPS. All of our fields are on different tracks, planted north and south or east to west. Fire up the vacuum and the Delta Force. Like to make sure the seed is all loaded on there so your vac works, and we'll find our line. So all the GPS numbers line up on the sheet to this number here on the screen. So 116 lines up to that one. Not putting any in-furrow in or 2x2x2, so we're just planting this study. So nice thing about our planter that we have set up is we have a double hopper system on it from VSET Select. So one for corn and one for soybeans. So we have them set up all the time. One has corn, one has soybeans. So we start in the tractor when we're switching from soybeans to corn. We go into the setup menu here, into crops, change the crop from soybeans, which is active right now, to corn, which is basically telling the system that we're now switching to the front hopper. Hit our VSET Select, change from our orange tank to our blue one, which is our corn. Population set all to 34,000. And then what we'll want to do once we fire up the vacuum is just make sure we auto load the meters to make sure both meters are full of seed. And now we'll go out back and adjust the planting depth and some other things on our planter. First thing we'll want to change is just our planting depth using this T-handle here. So since we're switching to corn, we'll go a little deeper to 2 inches. Now we'll also adjust this to a little bit more down pressure. This is our 2x2x2 system. Also helps close the trench and get rid of some of that sidewall compaction. And we'll leave the closing tails for this field at 3. So this year we're running about 450 total acres. About 400 of those acres have studies on them. At this time we have about 115 studies, split almost equal. Usually on a good day I can get about 10 studies done, which is usually around 10 acres. Our average study is about 1.5 acres, so anywhere from 10 to 13 acres on a day. Alright, so we'll start up out here for this in-furrow study. This is a 1034-0 with a few different additives in it. So first we'll get on our safety gloves here. This is our in-furrow system. We have our rinse tank up here that is plumbed in to this hose, so we can rinse this hose between each treatment. So we'll shut the water off so there's no water coming back through this hose. First we'll want to so the cap's on, give it a good shake, make sure all the products are mixed up in there. This hose comes out, put into the tank. The reason we have these black jugs, and this is the way we do our studies, is it's very efficient to switch from products to products, but it's really easy to rinse the system real quick and then switch to the next product. So we'll hop in the cab and we'll plant this one out.